We're all ready to go. You're welcome to the Deschutes County Board of Commissioners meeting. This is 1 p.m. Monday, October 6th, 2025. First item on the agenda is citizen input. Is there anybody here?
Oh, wait.
Oh, if you're ready for something else, though. Is there anybody for anything not on the agenda? What about the raised hand feature? Okay, so seeing none. Item number 1, corrected ordinance for McKenzie Meadow Village.
Good afternoon. For the record, Jacob Ripper, Principal Planner at CDD. Returning to you with the ordinance for McKenzie Meadow Village Plan Amendment and Zone Change. Unfortunately, there is an error in the ordinance number last week. So corrected that on all the documents and coming back to the commissioners for first and second reading and adoption by emergency.
14 was used and then also 15 got used or something, right? That's just,
Yeah, there's
just
a
a
mix
simple
up.
number. Yep,
Yep.
got it.
So
Okay.
it's a quick review.
So is this kind of full procedure? Reading first and second reading?
Yeah, first and second reading by
Yep.
title. Yep.
That's correct.
Well, if we're ready, I think the first one. Move approval of first and second reading of ordinance number 2025-014 by title only.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, so any other discussion? Calling for the vote, Commissioner Chang,
Yes.
Commissioner Adair,
Yes.
and Chair votes yes. Ordinance number 2025-014, an ordinance amending Deschutes County Code Title 23 to adopt an exception to Goal 4 and to change the comprehensive plan map designation for certain property from forest to rural residential exception area, and amending Deschutes County Code Title 18, the Deschutes County Code zoning map to change the zone designation for certain property from forest use 2 to multiple use agriculture and declaring an emergency. This is second reading ordinance number 2025-014. An ordinance amending Deschutes County Code Title 23 to adopt an exception to Goal 4 and to change the comprehensive plan map designation for certain property from forest to rural residential exception area, and amending Deschutes County Code Title 18, the Deschutes County zoning map to change the zone designation for certain property from forest use 2 to multiple use agriculture and declaring an emergency. So yeah, first and second reading. This is just aligning all of our intentions from last week.
So can I make a motion? So I'd like to move adoption of ordinance number 2025-014 by emergency to take effect immediately.
Second. Okay, any other discussion?
Do we need that 0 in there?
It's fine, I mean, you included it in your motion.
Okay, I just,
That doesn't.
Seeing none, calling for the vote, Commissioner Adair,
yes.
Commissioner Chang,
Yes.
and Chair votes yes. All cleaned up.
Thank you.
So that's kind of restarting clock also about the,
Yeah.
that we had talked about. Yep. Okay, thank you. Item number 2, work session to consider amendments for Title 2 of the Deschutes County Code.
Afternoon, Commissioners, Dave Doyle, County Council. We need to make some changes to Title II, and specifically Section 2.50. This deals with the dog board, and what we need to do, among other things, is clarify the dog board's jurisdiction in non-livestock matters, that it drives out of either a referral from the sheriff or the district attorney. So they don't independently get to bring those types of matters forward. It's only on a referral by the DA or the sheriff's office. We average, over 10 years, we probably average 1 every 18 months. So it's not something we do often, but they tend to get publicity when we do. We probably should have cleaned this up years ago. It creates some uncertainty both with what the dog board can pull up on its own and also with our actual dog ordinance code that speaks a little differently in terms of the scope of what the dog board reach might be. So these are overdue. I indicate they're mostly housekeeping. substantively, we are suggesting that the board allow a interim member to be utilized to meet a quorum requirement. I'd say maybe once every couple of years, we have need to move on typically it's a livestock matter. And for whatever reason, we can't find 3 dog board members out of the 5 or so that we typically have that have been appointed. And so we've used interim ones in the past, but there's always been some uncertainty other whether they could be utilized to make the quorum. It's in essence, they did, but it's a little cleaner, I think, to put it in the code to say that the interim could be utilized to make the quorum. And that's essentially it. It's pretty simple. We did indicate here, the only other thing would be on the board membership at 2.50.020. It used to read the membership of the dog board would consist of 5 residents, and we indicated no less than 3 and no more than 5. So we want to have at least 3 at all times. We try to have 5. But it's a thankless job, and it's difficult sometimes getting folks to show up to make the quorum to have the hearings. So I think it's one of the most thankless jobs at the county in terms of volunteers, because generally someone leaves the room not all that happy in a dog person or a dog livestock case. So in any event, if the board's so inclined, we bring this back in a few weeks after we provide the appropriate notice, have a public hearing, and would ask for your consideration at that time to adopt the changes. I would suggest they be by emergency, so we don't have any uncertainty if we get a referral in the interim, or if we need to use an alternate, an interim member to meet the quorum requirements. That'll be up to you folks.
So Dave, I had someone call me this morning, and I called them back just before the meeting started, but amazingly enough, Miss Stiles from Northeast Redmond, and they have had a problem in their neighborhood for several years. Somebody has 9 dogs, and they start barking at 11:30 at night, and they bark till 4:30 in the morning. Now, they have called law enforcement, and she said people seem to be getting annoyed with their phone calls, but this is destroying their sanity. They get up early to work. They need to be in bed by 7 a.m. to work. And so she goes, Patty, what is it we can do as people in our community? These people are, their neighbors 2 doors down are raising fighting chickens. And they've got these dogs that supposedly protect the fighting chickens. And now they're letting the fighting chickens out in the neighborhood. I mean, they're not just keeping them cooped up, but yeah, she said it's just really, it's been incredibly impactful on their health.
Well, if it's in the county, I'd recommend they contact animal control, certainly with regard to the chicken piece. The dog piece, in terms of noise, if it's in the county, the sheriff's
Right,
office
it is in the
enforces
county.
our noise ordinance.
Okay, they are, but they've been calling them and nothing has been accomplished. This has been going on for more than 2 weeks. Over a year or 2. She said, and we are at our wits' end. Something has got to get done with these dogs that won't stop barking. And then actually the roosters start making noise too. And normally roosters don't make any noise till like 5 in the morning.
I think a good point that at the sheriff's office would be now Captain Husband. That's
Okay.
I know he's typically in charge of the detectives now, but he's had his hand on animal control and dog matters for years and years, and he's extremely responsive, so
Okay, so I should get a hold of him
I
and
think Captain
tell him the
Husband.
sad story, and these people are, I mean, I
would be a
can
good
only
place to
imagine,
start. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
He's very helpful.
Okay, all right, I'll call,
He's captain now.
I know, he's a
I
captain.
remember that. I almost called him lieutenant the other day.
So he's a captain. I'll give him a call, and then I'll let Ms. Stiles know. She didn't think they were related to Les, but it is the same spelling,
Yeah.
so. I'll tell them they're distant relatives of Les
Yeah,
Stiles.
there you go. That'll get it
And
going.
maybe that will get them some greater attention, because, yeah, she said something has to change. So I'm so glad you had this on the agenda today.
Yeah, no,
How timely.
I have all the empathy in the world for people dealing with barking dogs late at night or early in the morning. It's just
Or all night.
really affects quality of life. So yeah, I understand that completely.
Well, I support proceeding with these Title II proposed amendments, so a next step would be a public hearing.
Okay, board so inclined, we'll get something teed up. I'll work with Brenda on a date that's convenient. I'm not sure we'll have a whole lot of folks to testify, but we'll schedule it around your availabilities.
Good. Well, thank you very much for keeping an eye on that. At this time, other items, we do have executive session today.
Oh, have we heard, apparently they had a meeting today, I don't know if it was this morning or not, about the TSSA, what kind of decisions were made at that meeting. Maybe they can give us feedback on Wednesday. When I talked to Christie, I stopped at Kobe on Friday morning. And they felt like they needed to be in the loop of, you know, when are people being told that they really do need to move? And Compass was telling them one thing, which I don't think had been determined yet. So if we could have an update on Wednesday, that would be really helpful.
Okay. Nope. Nothing? Okay. So I'll be speaking at the Oregon Emergency Managers Association just tomorrow morning, saying hi and good morning to their annual conference at the River House, and then speaking on Wednesday with Core 3 and the SIEC efforts I do at the state level. So looking forward to welcome the Emergency Managers Association. Okay, anything else?
I'll just share, one of our 2 executive session items is being canceled. People have an announcement, a formal announcement forthcoming about the employment of a staff member. So I don't want to state it publicly yet, but I heard we met with commissioners individually, and we'll have a great announcement to make in short order.
So at this time, it would be executive session for employee evaluation.
The Deschutes County Board of Commissioners will now convene an executive session pursuant to ORS 192.660. The specific authorization for this executive session is ORS 192.660 subsection 2I, which allows the board to meet in order to review and evaluate employee performance. Designated staff and the media are allowed to remain during the executive session. However, the media may only report that the board met in executive session, and the identified basis for meeting in executive session. Recording devices are not permitted. No final decisions will be made, and at the conclusion, we will open the doors and invite the audience back to the meeting.
Okay, at this time, we'll be in executive session. Thank you.